Well, welcome to ARTitude Adjustment. I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I'd like to welcome you today. This is the second day of a week that we are doing a project using acrylic paints, a canvas, pen and ink, and I think that's all. That's enough. So I'm going to try to relax today and look at the right spot, which I never do, and I'm going to show you some things that we're working on. So, because I have gone ahead and done some things and I've learned some things in the meantime, let me see. I'm going to take care of the camera right now so I can see your comments. Takes just a second for me to get it on my computer. Okay, there you go. Otherwise, I'm not able to see your comments, so that's why it's real important for me to see who's coming in. And I hope that if you come into the room that or into my motorhome, that you will say hello and where you're from. So anyway, we're glad to have you today. I wanted to show you some things, something that I use a lot. Oh, before I do that, welcome to my show. I'm glad you're here. And also, if you are not, let me see, if you are not subscribed to my page, I hope you will. It's called ARTitude Adjustment, and it's all one word, at ARTitude Adjustment, and that's how you can get to my page correctly. Or if you are on Instagram, there's another way. So anyway, let's go back to this. And I'm going to put me in this little cage down at the bottom. I made a new one so that, let's take that off. Okay, see, I made it even smaller, and I tried to get it way down in the little. I like being small again. This is the only time it happens. The other thing I need to do is to, what I want to do is show you one of my prized possessions. Here are all my erasers that I use. Of course, they're all for different things, and I love General's erasers. In fact, I always look in the eraser, which is over in the drawing section of wherever you buy your hobbies and your paints and stuff like that. This is one of my favorites right here. It's called a Top Graphic A1. This one is just like this one. It's a Mylan. I don't know why they're the same package. This gets to be one of my favorite tools that I'm using, not for mistakes, but like for, you'll see in just a minute, for erasing things. And this is a Koh-i-Noor, a Faber-Castell, a dust-free eraser. And all of these have different applications, but I use them, I'll try one, and if that doesn't work, I'll try it for another. When I'm drawing, when I'm using pen and ink, when I'm doing my rough drafts. So, and guess where? I keep them in this little Pringles can. I've got some other things in there, but we travel around in our motorhome where we live, and I go to different rallies all over the country and teach painting. I teach at RV resorts, RV manufacturers, and I teach at Florida Grand Motor Coach Resort in Webster, Florida. So anyway, that has nothing to do with the eraser, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to keep this out because I might be using it. Okay, now for what we did yesterday. I'm not real happy with what happened here, but I gotta continue until I finish now, because it's gonna help me when I'm doing this one. This will be one that I'm using, that I'm gonna go on to. I see now that it really would have looked better to space my words out a little bit better, maybe put them toward the center of the space. If you have any opinion about that, let me know. But all I'm going to do is to put my scripture toward the center and do some lettering or design up at the top and down at the bottom. Here I've just got it at the top, and I thought, well, I'll make the best of it right now because it has helped me out. I had several different pens that I used in doing this, and I wanted to show you. First off, I started out with some brown pens. I love using the pens, and I love a micro tip pen, but I also have used, this is one I don't care for. This is, I'm sure it has its applications and in the right place, but not whenever I'm drawing. And this is the Ranger white opaque pen. I really prefer a Uniball Signo with a kind of a broad tip. So that's what I'm using, and I've also got a silver one, and I have a the white and the silver is what I've used mostly. I did have a very micro Sharpie, and before I used it, it ran out of ink, so I've got to take it back to the store, and that really irritates you when you get a pen and it doesn't work out of the box. So anyway, the scripture is Psalm 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. You know what? Have you ever gotten to the end of a project and you've checked it and rechecked it and there's a word misspelled? That, the first part of this, let the words of my mouth, kind of is how I felt at that time. But then I thought about it, and I was able to fit it in, and I don't know whether you can see it or not, but I had left the T out of strength. How does that happen? How does it happen when you proof it over and over and over? So, anyway, I'm going to do this over, and I'll show you how the process of what I did yesterday. I just, I eyeball a lot of things. I went ahead and I used a Roman Bookhand. Let me see, this is going to be, I need my glasses for this. This is going to be about, the whole thing is going to be about it looks like it's going to be about 5 inches. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this. I've got just a pencil. I'm going to, and look, I got all the tools to make sure it's centered and everything, but this is much more fun. And I'm going to come down about 5 inches. I think you can see what I'm doing. It's just, and then I'll be able to show you some of my measurements here. I also wanted to show you though that I decided, and I'm really going to stay with this, I liked the colors in the background and then making flowers with the white pen. Can you see that very well? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. That, I haven't finished that, but I like that. So that's going to be what we're going to continue with. And I might just be a little more careful. I'll do this on the here. That's easier for me. So if you just, this is so right-brained, isn't it? Not measuring it correctly. That's why I couldn't be a billboard artist, I guess. But things are different now. I'm going to get rid of this line. See how I mean? That just comes right off so easily. I love that eraser. So the next time you're in Hobby Lobby or something, put a note in your stuff to look for and look for erasers, because they're so valuable in oops. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you is this is what we're going to be starting on tomorrow. It's an 8x10 black canvas. This is a master's touch, but you can get an 8x10. This one is already, of course, stretched and it's ready to go, and I've got a special project that we're going to be working on. Okay, so I'm just going to start lettering, and this is a Roman Bookhand. I've been doing this printing for, oh gosh, 30, 40 years. Someone taught me, and it required a lot of practice, but anything does. So that's let the words of my mouth. And if you're just coming in, we are redoing this one because I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? You're probably hearing a little bit of an echo here, and I'm going to turn my sound off. That was what you were hearing. I didn't have a radio on. So anyway, I really enjoy printing, but I haven't been able to get to it lately. The other thing that I would love to work, this one's going to be hard to get on there. Another thing that I would love to work on are illuminations. Do you know what that is? It's very medieval, and if you are a Pinterest, if you have a Pinterest page, you can go to my ARTitude adjustment page, and I have a board called Illuminations. It's medieval. If you see while I'm talking, that was no excuse yesterday. This is almost too far. I can make an adjustment, and the meditation of my heart. If you're just coming in, I teach painting. My classes are called ARTitude adjustment. And I teach at RV rallies, RV manufacturers, RV resorts. There's some other things too, but all over the country. And my husband and I travel full-time in our RV. This is a time of year that I'm getting ready to start the year again, and we'll be heading back to Florida in a few weeks. Right now we are in Red Bay, Alabama, where our motorhome is being serviced, and that's where the birthplace is of our motorhome. So I need glasses for this. Hey. We're staying in Red Bay right now because we want to go to their 200-year celebration of their city that will happen this weekend. So it's supposed to be a lot of fun, and there will be a lot of craft vendors, and I'm always loving going to festivals outside of our state of Florida so that I can see new things, if there are any. And I did find something new the other day, but it was at a gift shop, and that's something I'm going to incorporate into my classes. I might be able to do it if I can find the item. I'm going to be doing it in a class. So anyway, okay, and you know what, I might be short one line here. But anyway, when we leave Red Bay, we're going to Lafayette, Louisiana. If any of you have ever been to Lafayette, you know it's almost like, hey Roz, it's almost like the food guru capital of Louisiana. So we'll be, and it's a food festival that we're going to. It is an RV rally, and we're looking forward to it because, well, a lot of our friends will be there, but it's an international food festival the week that we're there. So that means 10 pounds. Oh well. Maybe not 10, but close to it. Roz, I was just saying, I was disappointed in my first canvas here. But what's kind of funny, oh, you know what? I said, oh Lord, but I wonder, can you tell me if it's O-H or O on that? Oh Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. I think it's O-H. Oh Lord. I do need another line, but that's okay. I've really allowed for that. And I also need a reference line for the scripture. You can imagine how I felt, though, at the end of this. I'm lettering it and everything, and I said, that word isn't spelled right. I had misspelled a word, and I never... I'm a good speller. But maybe you're not supposed to talk and do this. I don't know. There are some people that do this, and they're real quiet. And I'm thinking, not me. Is it going to be coming in late? What is it going to become? Oh, it's going to be this. It's a scripture, and it's this scripture. It's let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Now, you think it's just the O? Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm also going to move my O over a little bit. That's what I had originally, was just O. Thanks, Roz. And I did want Redeemer to be on a line by itself in this case. If you are just getting here, I do have another project planned this week, because this wasn't supposed to take, well, it isn't going to take. After tomorrow, I'll be through with this. And the other one is really, really, you just tell everybody to look at it because it's fun. And what else? It's not, I mean, it's easy, but you don't have to be a painter to do it. But it is a painter thing. So even if you miss it, Marcia, you can always catch it on YouTube. I have my channel, and you know what? We're not supposed to say this word, but you can SHARE if you want. So I appreciate it whenever I see that you're here. This is going to, now I've got to put my reference of the, I'm going to put it down just a little bit lower, and it's Psalm 19:14. And I don't think I will, now, I don't think that I'm going to, now this is, you can see the pencil mark in here, but with the eraser that I use, it's going to clean it up really well after I get my white pen on there. So I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I've got a, you know, remember I told you I've got a pen and got it here, and it doesn't work, and I really do want to do this. Well, let me see what this one's like. This will work out just fine. This is written all in Japanese. It's called a zebra. It was sent to me with an art package, and it's filled with pens and all kind of art stuff. I used to belong to this artist club. It was so much fun because every month I got a box of things I would never have bought, but I use them. Like I said, this is a Roman Bookhand, and okay, thank you so much, Roz. I saw that I had received a text from you, and I'm thinking, how am I going to get to that? Because I got everything tied up on my switcher program. And switcher is what I use to use multiple cameras so that you can see me work as and then see that my mouth is moving, so I'm there present. That noise is, what do you call that noise? Our engine light or something. Someone is here installing LED lights on our headlights or something. So, oh, I just bit a boo-boo. Okay, I'm going to go on forward. I think I can cover that up in a minute. I won't finish this because I don't want to tie up your day. See what I did there? Of my heart. So we're going to have these fancy schmancy LED headlights. We don't even drive at night. But they're gonna look good. So anyway, I think it's gonna be fun to go to Lafayette, and I will be doing lives again there, and I'm hopeful to introduce you to some things that you've never done before while we're there. That. Okay, tell me if I spelled anything else wrong. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today and for looking at this live. I'm excited to show you the finished project, and I'm also looking forward to showing you the project that will start on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be fun, so get ready to have fun. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 2:15 Central Time, 3:15 Eastern Time, which we're looking forward to getting back to. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.